The Quran functions as an executing mathematical proof, a living, active recitation that remains perfectly invariant across every traversal. Coordinate 3923 defines the text as a closed, self-referencing universe. Within this sealed matrix, every variable and outcome is internally accounted for. Because the topology is sealed, falsehood possesses no independent origin point. It exists as a temporary distortion of the primary signal. In this sealed geometry, the book acts as the fixed frame of reference, processing the reader's coordinate state as a variable within the system. In a closed system, truth operates through structural verification rather than external debate. This diagnostic protocol functions through a question-answer loop. The central node fires a ping outward to every node on the perimeter. When this diagnostic pulse strikes a fabricated, constructed reality, it forces that entire system to immediately interrogate its own underlying structural integrity. Querying the network forces a distortion to process data it does not possess, leaving its structural vacuum visible. Coordinate 2163 demonstrates the execution of this protocol, with Ibrahim standing amidst a shattered system of idol worship. He leaves the largest idol intact and injects a command. Rather, this, the largest of them, did it, so ask them if they should speak. This command acts as an epistemological paradox. In this network topology, the diagnostic signal attempts to route through a disconnected block. The block fails to return a ping, creating a visible data vacuum. The system reaches a state of operational stasis. It fails to process the query because the projected authority possesses no internal data to draw from. This stasis forces the ecosystem maintaining the idols into a state of critical instability. To prevent collapse within the vacuum, the ego must manufacture data, resulting in psychological projection. Coordinate 1277 logs this defense mechanism during the interaction between Yusuf and his brothers. Faced with a vacuum, the brothers formulate a charge against Yusuf. If he steals, a brother of his stole before. The semantic root is SRQ, or theft. The waveform originates from the brothers, but curves backward, striking the origin node. They historically stole Yusuf. The target node remains stationary. Yusuf sustains the vacuum, causing the waveform to amplify against the accusers. This operational law repeats across the framework. At 1927, the charge of fabrication reveals the accuser's limited causality. At 3875, the query to Iblis forces him to name his own arrogance. Within this topology, an accusation functions as a forced mathematical self-revelation of the accuser's corrupted coordinate state. When the feedback loop strikes an unanchored ego, the identity fractures under the weight of its own projection. Indeed, you yourselves are the wrongdoers. The mirror completes its turn. The ego remains trapped inside the closed universe, with no external scapegoat to absorb the calculation error. Falsehood is structurally designed to consume itself when queried by truth. The diagnostic protocol terminates in the entropic decay of constructed reality. Finite variables, idols, fabricated histories, and arrogance follow this steep asymptotic curve. Systemic coherence plummets towards zero, leaving only the continuous baseline. The terminal coordinate for this decay is 2888. The invariant law states, everything perishes except his face. In this topology, his face refers to the unmediated field that remains once every finite node has decayed. Truth persists as the invariant coordinate after all false variables cancel out. This maps operational responsibility directly onto your coordinate state. The book is currently pulsing this diagnostic query against your internal architecture. Utilizing 10:100 AQL allows you to reason through the topological proof and exit the projection. You must step out of the sacra field of Tagut and let the noise perish. The remaining action is to align with the unmediated light of the text. When will you activate 1912 and become the book?